This is Mrs. Van Can in the library. We're going to take a look at Studio that is within your Canvas. This is my dashboard, and from my global navigation toolbar, this screen here, it looks a little bit like an octopus, is where we'll find Studio. So when I select that, it takes me to the library of videos I've collected or recorded myself. We're going to go right to how to record so you can create a screencast. I'm going to select record. I always select screen capture because it actually lets me do a webcam capture as well if I want to. Let's see what that looks like. So it's going to ask me if it can launch. Yes. If it's the first, actually ask you to download. So now what's appeared is a black and white line around my board. Anything within here is going to be what is recorded, so what your students will see. You can adjust this with these white bars and corners here. You can make it larger or bigger, so it's only capturing what you want it to capture. And you'll see that you can also adjust it here with the size. And then this is where, if you're having any problems, make sure you're selected the correct device that you're recording from. So this would be recording from my laptop. This is the headset I'm using, so it has a check mark. That's what I want it to be. And this is where I said you can select the webcam, and that would show you in your camera then. You can also choose both, and you can see that now my image is down here, and you can select where you want this. It doesn't always have to be down here in the corner. If it's in the way, you can move that around, but that's a great feature for our students while we're doing this virtually. I'm going to turn that off so you just have my screen view here. And when I'm ready to record, I'm going to select this red button here, and this will go away. It's going to give me a countdown, and it'll start recording the screen that I'm showing. So I'm going to adjust it to the size I want it to be, and I'm going to start recording. So on the go, it's now recording everything within the screen. And notice another way I know it's recording is it's turned red and white around here, so everything is being captured. And down here I can see a countdown of what's being recorded. During this time I can select this pencil tool here, and now I can actually draw. So if I wanted to highlight something, I have colors, I have sizes, I have lines, I can draw and zoom in on something. So those are things that you would have to play with and see if they meet your needs. And if I wanted to highlight the welcome to the library here, I could draw this circle around it. And then when I'm ready to end my recording, I'm going to go back down here and hit the blue, looks like a pause or stop, and I can still adjust this. So if I tell it that I'm done, here it's going to let me edit just a little bit. So we have the option here to slide these along. So if I started out too slow or I had information in there I didn't need, only what's in this highlighted bar is what would be published. Or if the end of it goes a little too long, I can slide it that way as well, and only what's within here. So you have a little bit of an option there to do some adjustments. You don't have to restart every time. But if you do need to redo, that is here. It will delete your whole recording and you can start over again. And there's a few more edit options here. You could add music, you could go ahead and put the webcam back into it. So there are some different things here you can do, but we just want to make sure you know how to do a screen capture. So to save it, I'll save this as a test video and a description in here, and select upload, and it's going to go into that library that you see on my desktop and onto my desktop. And you can see it's processing time here, and now we'll be able to open it up. So there's two places you're going to see these three dots that you can do things with. Now I can create a quiz with it. We can look at that another time. I can share this. I can share it out as a link, create a public link, or it will also let me embed it into another screen, or I can share it with an email to people. So if I started to type a name in here, it would let me share it with one of my colleagues. I can give them the option to just view it, or it becomes their own video now. So they can do edits if you let them, and those won't affect the video that you've created. So those are two ways to share it out. I can move it into a collection, which is like putting it in a folder, And I can replace the thumbnail. The thumbnail is the picture that shows up. So, you know, here I have the books, the football team. I could create an image that said here, you know, welcome to the library, instead of having those books, and upload it, and it would become that thumbnail picture, and I can delete it from here. The other things we did is I just opened it up. So now that we're here, you can see I can still do the sharing from this page. From this page that it's open is where I can download it. So if I want this video as a file on my desktop, that's the button I want, and I can put it in the trash from here. I can just, this is just the way I'm looking at it from here, options that you have. And then down here in details, this is where we put in the information, but you may want to put in maybe copyright information in here if it's from another place. Comments you can turn on and off. When you make this public with a link, comments are automatically turned off, but you may want your students to comment on the video, and so you turn it on there just yet. And then this is really important, captions. So you can request captions be done, select the language that the video was recorded in, and now we're going to request. So it is generating those captions, and the length of time it takes is dependent on how the internet's working, the length of your video, if there's music in it, all kinds of things. So it could take a while. It could happen right away. However, when it is completed, you will get an email. So we don't have to stay here and watch that load at this time. So this is how you record a screencast video. It gets stored back into your library. And that's going to complete this tutorial. In the next one, I'll show you how to add a video. I hope that was useful. This is Mrs. Van Can from the library.